Morning Traders. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar, and although it's Friday, and I sure as hell don't want to do this with you guys. I want to take the day off, but I am here, and we're going to do this thing together. Damn it! Anyway, we're going to get ready for today. It's just Friday. I just don't feel like doing anything right now. It's Friday, and I have a feeling that it's going to be a slow session. That's actually the real reason. But doesn't mean there won't be any opportunity. So like here yesterday, same deal. Nothing's changed, right? Okay, just move that over a little bit. If you can get a rally right over to 113.30. Previous support, current resistance. I'm sure there are so many traders. Hi, I'm one. I'm sure there's so many traders that are just parked up here. Yes, my order's up there just to sell a little bit of euro dollar if it gets to 113.30. I'll see you there. All right, and so I'm sure there's just a lot of people that are looking to sell up there. I know I am. Anyway, so there's resistance. 113. Whoops. 113.30. We're in a range support. Nelly. Okay, so if you look at, let's take the spike low here, following the ECB, right? You see me? See me? See me? See me? See me? Okay, up to the highest, right? And you go up to the highest. 618. Is holding us thus far. Do you see this confluence? 786, 38% retracement. So even if we hit new lows, here, let me take this dotted line now. I can actually use that. Even if we hit new lows at this point, don't get too terribly excited about it. All right. So, even if we push into new lows and you go, oh my God, we're breaking down. Don't get overly excited about that. Even if we break new lows, I think that a push to new lows is going to be just marginal. We hit new lows and we'll probably end up bouncing a little from there. It's a Friday, guys. It's okay. So one thing one thing that I know about Fridays more than anything is that there's about a 90% chance that we don't get any explosive moves on a Friday. Now, if it's a non-farm payroll, day, then that's different. Because on non-farm payroll days, you get an explosive move because it's created by by economic data. It's not by the market's own free will that we get an explosive move. It's, you had a, jobs report that actually pushed the market one direction or the other. All right. When there's no jobs report like this Friday, there's, in my estimation, there's about a 90% chance we're not going to get a big move today. Okay. Now, should we get a big move on a Friday afternoon, you always have to be very careful because there's not a whole lot of liquidity. There's not people to take the other side of the trade. So if things start to run on a Friday for no reason, like let's say today, let's say all of a sudden the stock market sells off 300 points on a Friday afternoon for no reason, we could very easily be down 500 points by the end of the day. The reason why is because there's just no one on the other side of the take the trade. I mean, it's a Friday afternoon. People are like, hell no, I ain't buying it. You buy it. Nope, I ain't buying it. You buy it. Then they just keep dropping their bids. No, I ain't buying it. You buy it. Nope, I ain't buying it. I'm not going to get stuck long. Hell no. And then everybody's just removing their bids. So you just like I said, the 10% chance of that happening is just that. It's like a 10% chance. But and this is just me guesstimating. It's not like a hard fact number. I'm just giving you based on my experience and all the Fridays I've traded and over the years. It's usually really choppy and it's you get a lot of false breakouts and limited moves. Because the flip side of that is 90% of the time no one wants to step into the market and buy or sell too aggressively on a Friday afternoon or a Friday. Okay, so. If in that case, with that being said, if the euro breaks down on Friday afternoon and we break through these lows, just don't get too excited about it. I would venture to guess that we probably trip some new lows, maybe hit 112 or so and then bounce. Okay, 112, 10. 786 retracement. You got a little, you got a little breakout point here. So I just, I don't think, I'm so sorry. I don't think we're going much further than that. The worst part about getting up this morning is I was in the middle of a really, I'm not a guy that dreams about, I don't have, I wish I did, but I don't have like crazy dreams to where, it's like dreams that you would think like, I don't know, like real, I don't have really like, you know, whether it's like erotic or real, like nightmares. I don't get like those extreme dreams, on either end of the spectrum. But when I dream, it's usually some sort of, it's weird, but it's cool. I enjoy. Well, the worst thing about, like, I was in such a good sleep last night. I was having this dream, and it was just weird. It was weird, but I always enjoy that dream state that I have. And I got up right in the middle of it. So I was so bummed out. Anyway, I don't know why we got on that conversation, but I'm going to get off of it. So here is the cable, pound US dollar. Um, um, you guys are like erotic dreams. Keep it PG, Blake. Well, I'm not saying I do. Now, if I did and I started describing what I was dreaming, then it'd be a different story, right? But it's not. Okay. So yesterday we talked about the cable getting back up to 142, right? 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 Um, we got up to 142. If I recall yesterday, and I just erased the drawings, we said if the pound goes here, be a good short. If it goes down here, you might want to get long. Well, look, we're here at 142. Now, I don't necessarily want to be establishing new cable positions going into a Friday afternoon, but you can see why we're stopping where we're stopping. Okay, this was on an hourly basis. This was a oops, yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where my drawings are at. So we had a wedge breakdown, came back, tagged it. It's very simple. As you guys know, it's not like I'm performing brain surgery here. It's just very simple, basic technical analysis. So we hit 142. Now, you can write down 142 as resistance, sure, because that is resistance right now. I mean, if you want to. And if you want to short at 142, I mean, be my guest. Like I said, it's not something I'm going to do right now. But, you know, let's imagine from here we get a little bit more get up and go. Because I think it's possible that the euro rallies to 113.30. I think it's possible. So if that happens, what's the cable going to do? Cable's probably going to rally to 142.50, right? If the euro continues to rally, right? So I'm going to write that down as resistance, 142.50. Oops. All right. Support. Now, stand by. Support. I don't know if I want to write down 141.50. I mean, I'm going to write down two levels for 141.50 and 141. Because that looks, again, it's Friday. I'm not expecting fireworks today. I'm, expecting more of, ho-hum price action. So, 141.50, and if that breaks, maybe 141. Maybe if we get lucky, but I don't really see it. 41. 41.50. Okay. Okay, let's go over to Swissy. By the way, have you guys seen the Euro Swiss spiking up above 109? Yeah, that bodes well for the dollar Swiss, right? Sure does. I mean, because you have a situation where the euro dollar's had a 40 pip bounce. The dollar Swiss has not pulled back. Okay. So what does that mean? What does it mean? What it means is we've got ourselves a little bullish wedge developing here. What does that mean? Well, that means the dollar Swiss is probably going higher here. Okay. A break above 96, let's just call it 96.90. 96.90. Very bullish. Okay. $96.35 is support. And like I said, you're going to have to pull my dollar Swiss from my cold, dead fingers. You know what? I love this. Fucking people. I am broadcasting now. Log in here. Oh, when people ask me shit when I'm in the middle of doing a freaking webinar. Anyway, sorry. So, dollar Swiss, okay, we're right into resistance. Okay, we're building a nice little pennant here. And like I said, I'm extremely bullish the dollar Swiss at these levels. We're holding up really nicely. Okay. Let's talk about where am I at? Dollar yen. Okay, so here's the yen. So as I explained to you guys just a bit ago, and let me go ahead and delete all this. The dollar yen, first of all, we had a double bottom, okay? And the double bottom, you can see here, oops, didn't want to do that. We have a double bottom trying to work its way, higher. We made it all the way to 109.80, and we've reversed quite aggressively. And this reversal has come with the E-mini futures, okay? It has come with the E-mini futures barely even pulling back. That is so concerning if you were long the equity markets right now, or excuse me, I'm sorry, if you're long the dollar yen, that is so concerning because you have a little blip and the dollar yen just buckles. What happens if the equity markets, like I pointed out on the E-mini futures, here, if the E-mini futures have peaked, which I think they have, if we just hit resistance and that we're at trendline resistance and we're building this, rounded top, we stopped here today or yesterday and we start rolling over, where does that put the dollar yen? You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, that's going to drive that. This is the equity markets right here. If that rolls over, which I think is very likely at this stage, man, the yen, I just called it the yen. The yen is going to be trading well below 105, if not towards 100 yen. You know, I've told you guys for the last, I don't know, 6 months, maybe more, I'm a buyer of the dollar yen when it gets to 105. I question that idea now. I mean, we're talking 6 months later, but I'm questioning that. Because if equity markets do this, the dollar yen could really aggressively move lower. And look, when I start buying the dollar yen is when the stock market is coming down and the dollar yen isn't. When I start seeing that kind of convergence, or it'd be divergence in that case, if I see that, and when I see that, I'll start looking at buying the dollar yen. But right now, that's scary business. Because if this equity market if we pull back 5% from here, the dollar yen is going to drop towards 100 yen. Okay? All right. Some food for thought. All right. Matej says, let's sell some US dollar yen. Yeah. This is what happens on a Friday. I'm gonna say yen 2 different times. There's only 2 different times. A, when I get up at 2:30 in the morning on a Friday, like today, or B, or 2, is if I'm pissed drunk. Let's sell the yen. We're gonna sell the dollar yen. If they're gonna go yen, it's going down with the yen. That's right. Which might be a little bit later this evening, for all I know. Okay, so where are we at? Dollar yen. So support. Where are we at? Okay, so support here. We're coming into it, which is 108. We wrote this down yesterday, which we're going to have to obviously take cues from. We're basically at support 108.75. Scary. It looks like we're going to actually break lower. The yen. 108. I mean, stop it. We're basically here. Okay. Resistance. Now you gotta imagine people that are long. You know, anybody who's long the dollar yen, which I'm not. I don't have any yen exposure. None. Zero. Zilch. Which is a little upsetting to me that I don't right now. But if I was long the dollar yen and I was targeting 110, that hit me like a deer in the headlights. Like everything was looking good in Asian trade. We get into the European early hours, and I see this. I'm like, I see the yen sell off. I'm probably thinking, oh man, this is a little pullback. Now I'm looking like a deer in the headlights. So anybody who's long the dollar yen or any associated risk yen pairs are probably going, oh my God, what happened here? I need to get out on a bounce. If we can get some sort of bounce, I'm out, because that is a deer in the headlights look. That move right there, like you don't know why it just happened. It just happened. So my assumption is now you get a bounce back towards 109.25 ish. You're going to find some sellers there. And you know what? I might actually start selling up there. We are in a bearish trend, and we have been in a bearish trend for a long time. We've had a markdown as one. All right, that's the yen. Let's do the Canadian really quick before we go on break. So here's the CAD. I know a lot of you guys picked up the dollar Canadian yesterday at 128, so congratulations. I added back what I sold the other night. So, on Wednesday night, as you guys know, I sold here, half my position. I added it back yesterday here, and, I'm long my full-size position in the dollar Canadian. And I'll tell you, above 129, and I might actually start adding to it. Okay, so 129, 128, still the same old story. Nothing's changed. But we are counter trend trading. I know I am, being on the long side because, frankly, this is still in a bearish trend. even though I'm long. Okay. And yeah, we got a butterfly channel support. You know all the reasons why there's support down here. There's 38% retracement on a monthly basis. On a intraday basis, we had 127% extension right here on the butterfly pattern. This is a 261% extension right there. I mean, all the genetic makeup to bounce. What? And that's why we bounce at 127.50. So much confluence down there. So we did. We get above 129, we're heading back up towards channel highs. It is all counter trend trading right now. Okay? All right, guys. Back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. When I come back, we'll do the Kiwi, Aussie, dollar index, Yo Mama, the peso, Norwegian krona, Swedish krona. Don't go anywhere. All right, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar. I want to welcome you all back. Let's go ahead and try to finish all this up. So let's go over to the Kiwi. Here is the Kiwi dollar, and the Kiwi's been strong. I actually thought we were going lower overnight. I thought that the Canadian and the Kiwi were going to move lower. But you know what we got here? Shoot, you know what it is? Damn it, 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 damn it. That's a Garley. I'm shorting more Kiwi right now. Sorry. Excuse me. Get out of my way. Thank you. I just shorted some more Kiwi just now. That is a Garley, and I wasn't even looking. Oh, I'm going to have to tweet that bad boy. Stand by. Dun, dun, dun. Bah, bah, bah. Oops, gotta stop it. Dun, 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 dun. Da, da, bum, 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 bum. Uh, 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 uh. Damn it. It's a little overshoot, but that's okay. 786. This is a 161% extension, a little overshoot here. Let me delete this. I don't know what that is, but we'll get rid of it. Mm, mm, oh, shoot. You know what? I need to redo that. I need to put in my special effects. There we go. There we go. 415. Okay, there's the Kiwi. That's a setup for a short right there. All right, Kiwi. Those highs should stick. 69 and a quarter. Cause that's the high, right? 69 and a quarter, 69.26. I'll write down 69.25.16.965, which is key resistance, obviously up there. We are still in a big range, obviously. Support would be, well, it's there, but let's see. Okay. So support really doesn't come in until support doesn't come in until about 68.50. So let's go write that down. 0.6850 Aussie. Okay. Let's see. Where's the I know I mentioned this last night. I shorted the Aussie again at 77.18. So I shorted it again right after the GDP numbers, literally like about a minute after the GDP numbers, and I stayed short. So crude oil looks like crap on a stick, by the way. I just glanced at it. 76, roughly about 76.55, 77.35. Okay, easy peasy. 77.35, 76.76. What did I write down? 76.65. Yeah, 65. Oh, Aussie's gonna get killed. 76.65. Good night, Aussie, sweetheart. Good night. Okay, dollar index. Support right here at 94.70. If you guys want to buy dollars, this is the place to buy dollars. $94.70, resistance 95.20. We're in a range, and just so you all know, here's your 4-hour. All we're doing is descending wedge, breakout, retesting the trend line, retesting the breakout point right now. Like I said, if you guys want to get long dollars, this is the place to do it. What else? Where am I at? Okay. Peso. So I can get over to you guys' questions here in a second. I'm just trying to cruise through this stuff. Peso. Yes, it is. Thank you for playing. We get above 96 or 1760, and I'll be happy because then I can get to break even, which will be really nice. As you guys know, I'm just going to give you my longer term view of the U.S. dollar Mexican peso. I am extremely bearish this currency pair, meaning I think over time we are going that way. Okay, I'm long right now because I think we're in the process of going this way. I think we will peak somewhere up here. I have no idea where, and then reverse. I cannot wait to get short the US dollar Mexican peso above 18 somewhere. You know, like 1820, 1850, somewhere up in this neighborhood. I'm so excited to get short the peso. In the meantime, I'm playing it to the long side, okay? And then I'm going to get short. Just so you guys know all of my longer term views. I believe some risk aversion is going to hit the market. That's what is going to prop up the US dollar Mexican peso. Okay. So right now, right now, support is at 1730, resistance 1760. That's key resistance. If that breaks, we're going to squeeze. We're in a range. Let's go over to the Norwegian krona, sorry. Here's the Norwegian krona. Norwegian krona bounced from the 618 as we thought it would. Let me get rid of the arrow now. Resistance is at 830. We are in a big downsloping channel. We're just, getting back to mid-range now. So it's 820 or 818 to 830. $8.18 to $8.30. Oops. It's going to be key resistance on the way back up. We're in a, I keep waffling between being a bearish trend or a range, but if you look at it longer term, that's a pretty bullish freaking trend. That's bullish. Yes, we're coming down in a very bullish trend, but that's a pretty damn bullish trend without intervention. That's just weak crude oil. Okay, and the reason why it's weakened, recently is because obviously we've got some dollar weakness, but also with crude oil strength. Crude oil strength is fed into that. So, if now that crude's starting to weaken and we're seeing a bounce back in the dollar, that's pushing us higher. So anyway, so there you go. I think we're probably heading back towards 840, 845, somewhere like that. Okay. Last but not least, the Swedish krona, which I am long. I sold a little bit of it the other day, but overall, we break this 818 and it is party time. I own it at 807. I think I bought a little bit more yesterday. My cost average is 808.30 now. So my cost average is right here where my cursor is. Okay. Resistance is at 818. Support, we wrote down yesterday. See, yesterday we were here. I said, any dip towards 810, you want to be a buyer. It just not dipping. We just got to 811 and then bounced. Same story. Now, the thing is, it's barely even dipping with the euro bouncing. You know what I mean? So, any dip down to 810 again, even today, you just want to take advantage of that. 810. All right, your bias chart is done. It's finished. All right, let me see if I can take some questions now. Whew.